are your plans? Because you said, well, you are recording now in the States. What is your time schedule with the new album?
I think it's a bit like all over the place, but it's really, really cool. I mean, we're touring so much all this year. Like we've another American tour, and we have like pretty much touring solidly up until Christmas. But we have like a week here and a week there, and anytime we have that week, we go into the studio. We got 2 weeks in August. We're going back into the studio next week for a little while. Yeah, it's kind of like a day here. It's, you know, but I really love that because I forgot how much I love the studio. You can kind of just like go into a studio and then just block the world outside and just forget about everything, and you know. So
are there certain things that happened last year that maybe you could, that will shine through in your music? Maybe the many gigs that you've played, or can you tell them maybe what the band has changed music-wise a little bit?
Changed as a band?
Yeah, as a band, and well, the way you make and play music, maybe on the second album?
Yeah, well, we've changed quite a bit because like we've played so much. I think we did about 300 gigs last year, and even the year before we were still gigging, and we've done so many gigs. We've become tighter as a band, and on the last album, the guys like Vinny, our drummer, and Jason, our bass player, didn't really write at all, and now they're kind of putting in a lot of input and bringing in some really cool stuff. So it's more of a unit. We're more of a band, I suppose, because it used to be I just write everything, and kind of even bass and drums and stuff, and Mark, our guitar player, would write a bit as well. But yeah, it's kind of, it's cool. They're actually, I feel we're becoming a band.
So they are now actually writing their own parts now.
Yeah, which is cool.
So you even wrote the drum and the bass parts on the last album.
Yeah, in some songs, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where does your creativity come from? When were you first aware that you had, well, the ability, the gift, if I may say, to?
It's I wouldn't. I don't know if it's a gift. I don't know. There's like it's more of a passion and a love, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I've always just loved piano and loved guitar and loved music. I mean, from the earliest age possible. Like I sang in a karaoke competition when I was like 6 years old, and as soon as I got up and sang, you know, I was just hooked, and I just wanted to do it all the time. And then I tried to learn guitar, and then I sat down on piano, and you know, yeah, I just love it. It's like, some people like golf, some people like football, some people like, you know, it's amazing that music, it's a hobby that I get to do as a job now, which is incredible. You know, it's amazing. You know,
it's good, yeah, but sometimes people say, well, the second album is difficult, and it's difficult to write when you're on tour, but for you it's not difficult at all.
No, well, like, I mean, I'm happy with it, yeah, I don't know. Well, whether people like it or not, that's another question, you know.
Well, you weren't around when it was released, but when did you first hear the single of Paul McCartney, the Coming Up single?
I grew up on the Beatles. I love the Beatles. I mean, I think one of the first CDs I bought was like the blue on tape, Beatles Blue album. Then I got the red one, and one of the first songs I ever heard that like just made me sent a shiver down my spine and just made me jump and just go, what is that? Was Revolution by the Beatles. I remember like jumping off my bunk bed. My brother played it, and I was just like, what is that? When he does the scream at the start, because I never heard anything like it, and for whatever reason it just scared the crap out of me, but also made me like jump for joy. But yeah, I'm a huge Beatles fan. I heard it. I grew up with it. I heard that song when I was a kid.
Revolution. Well, that's a John Lennon song. Who do you prefer?
It's really, really tough. I love like Paul McCartney is an amazing, absolute. Obviously, he's like a genius or whatnot, you know. But he writes like pop songs. That's quite a sweeping statement, but I think John Lennon has more. He's more connected to his songs emotionally. You know, they're very, very much him. Paul McCartney just writes incredible songs, and I think he makes up stories and stuff like that. But like When I'm 64, which is an amazing song. But then John Lennon's got a song like Mother, you know, that is very clearly about his mother, and you can't not listen to that and just be like, holy shit. And I don't think Paul McCartney has had a song with that emotional kind of depth, you know, but they're both amazing.
What is for you? I think your own songwriting tends more to John Lennon. I think the way you feel connected to your song.
Yeah, well, they're my favorite songs. I love trying to. Yeah, I mean, I won't say something that I don't mean. You know, like I won't make up something because I find it hard to sing something that I can't relate to. That's the great thing about songwriting, because it's just endless. You can write. You just write what you feel, you know, and I don't think you can fake that. But then again, you can, because all you have to do is listen to the radio.
Yeah, do you think?
Yeah.
Now more than, let's say, 30, 40 years ago?
Yeah, well, I think there's a lot of stuff on the radio that's, that's kind of throwaway or, you know, one-dimensional, but actually there's a new song that I love because the vocal is incredible. Do you know Sia?
Yeah.
Have you heard that, Chandelier?
Yeah.
I think that vocal is just mind-blowing. I like that song. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff out there that's kind of surprising.
And how about Nina Nesbitt?
She's cool.
Yeah, because you did a song for her album?
Yeah. Yeah, she's really cool. I mean, she liked us, and we kind of we hung out and stuff, and she's a really cool girl.
Is it something that you plan to do more often, working with other artists, maybe on their albums?
Yeah, well, I mean, I've got this song now that I've written, and it's a collaboration, and I've kind of written it with that in mind. And
with whom did you write it?
No, I wrote it myself.
Okay.
It's like a guy and a girl, you know, and it's going to be on the second album, but we haven't actually decided yet who we're going to try and get, but it'll definitely be some sort of collaboration.